Here's what Democrats and Republicans require.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a choice that we make.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 11 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
He's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they'll take care of their line. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Come on, he said we're going to do that. That's why I'm so pleased
at the 44-yard line.
Business and labor to make the choice jointly with
on
us.
First and 10, Wheeler quickly into the hands of Becker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. That's what they just did on that play.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
You spoke about the need to access the outgoing administration's COVID vaccine distribution
they gave up no cutback.
What do you see as the biggest threat to your transition right now?
No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The vaccine is important. It's of little use until you're vaccinated. So how do we get the vaccine? How do we get over 300 million Americans vaccinated? What's the game plan? It's a huge undertaking to get it done, prioritize those greatest in need, working our way through it, and also cooperate with the World Health Organization and the rest of the world.
So that'll back them up 5.
And so they say they have this warp speed program that not only dealt with getting vaccines, but also how to distribute this. If we have to wait until January 20th to start that plan, it puts us behind.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult.
So
3rd
it's
and 8.
important that it be done, that there be coordination.
Off the bootleg.
Now.
Wheeler. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
One thing I didn't hear you talk specifically
Line
about
of scrimmage
is
at 15.
canceling
It's first and 10.
student loan forgiveness figure in your plan. Would you take executive action to achieve it?
It does figure in my plan. I've laid out in detail. For example, the legislation passed by the Democratic House calls for immediate $10,000 forgiveness of student loans. It's holding people up. They're in real trouble. They're having to make choices between paying their student loan and paying for rent. Those kinds of decisions. It should be done immediately. In addition to that, I think that...
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, Chubb. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play,
you just spoke of some of the dangers of the president's stonewalling of this transition, but it doesn't appear that the president is going to come around anytime soon and admit defeat. So what are you going to do? What options do you have to try and ensure that you are ready to go on day 1?
Deal with every individual organization in the country, from business to labor, Republicans and Democrats.
Looking to throw. Wheeler, that's out to Chubb, complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they won 2 games in a row. you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And what is your message to Republicans who are backing up
This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
My message is, I will work with you. I understand a lot of your reluctance.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
I've been in contact with him. We'll be in contact.
He'll throw from the gun. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Josh Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are.
I want to get your thoughts on the president's
that's why they got after him early.
Acknowledge that he won, then he said he won't concede, then he said I won. How did you interpret that? And at the end of the day, do you want him to concede?
On 3rd down, Burrow looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. Logan Wilson that time. They're to bring him down.
The tackle by Logan Wilson. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
6-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Bulldogs 6, Bengals nothing.
As I said earlier, probably should repeat it, but I find this
2nd and 8 coming up.
More embarrassing for the country than debilitating for my ability.
Back to throw. Wheeler.
Secondly, I want to follow up with you on the vaccine. If the FDA gives emergency authorization to the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine in the coming weeks, will you get vaccinated? And if you're hesitant, why should any American have confidence?
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB. That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
What I failed to mention, though, is the enormous respect I have for conservative Republican governors who stepped up and issued mandates for wearing masks in North Dakota.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He's been the Republican governor.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10.
Advisor on COVID is saying that they should resist. What's the matter with these guys? What is the matter with them? Resist. You know, every major individual, any
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down.
Especially with many states reporting new highs in terms of the daily number
record his fifth sack of the season.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what?
Considering, for example, getting together with their families and others for Thanksgiving, would you consider,
such an
would you urge
impressive
people
first
to
half to
reconsider
get
their
that lead.
plans?
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The offense tries back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead. He could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not apologizing to you.
No. I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking where they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but you got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. 42-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take his seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish. You're down 2 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. Let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That one goes for 24.
Yeah, that's funny. I was just about to comment on your ugly ass picture before you called. I was just about to comment on your ugly ass picture right before you called.
Seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on.
I was about to say, what's good, old man?
Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work.
Like I was literally.
Smith lost it.
What was canceled?
He's free going down.
What he said was canceled?
Man. For a touchdown. This first half has
yeah, I know. They
defense just dominating them.
when you called, I was actually watching a video, a Joe Biden video from CNN, and they was asking him about the holidays and what he suggested to the American people about the holidays.
So here's the
and it was like he shouldn't do no more than 10 people or whatever. I'm like, I probably stay to myself during the holidays anyway. I said I probably stay to myself during the holidays anyway.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team recognized with the ability to run the football.
Oh, shit.
Throwing lanes,
opportunities for the guys. I was going, regardless if we was in the pandemic or not, I probably was going to be by myself during the holidays.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
I mean, it's just not the same. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, with my mom, and like my mom already told me she's not doing Thanksgiving, and I think it's because she's feeling the same way I'm feeling right now. Like, yeah, then she beefing with Carnesta, so.
That's a third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
Oh, no, I'm not getting depressed. It is what it is. Like, I'm not getting depressed.
Make it a priority, and it's working out.
Offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Okay.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt.
Who that?
And Lutz puts this one through. That'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. So a big play before the end of the half to get it into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play.
I can't remember the last time I was on power.
That's the way to go into the half.
No, it was definitely wasn't the last week.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? It's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start with a big game. The Super Bowl 51 rematch down in Georgia. New England taking on Atlanta, and it's the Patriots out in front at halftime. Cam Newton with a couple of touchdown passes there. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home.
You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. As they say here in London, all the play floor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Right now.
20-yard line.
What would you do right
The
away?
Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. I'll tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Fielded at about the 28.
What happened? Does this verse stay open? Maybe when they weren't open, they were still able to make people able to get paid. But look where they are now.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
What are they going to do? 20 million people on the verge of losing their home because they can't make the mortgage payment.
The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. Throwing on first down. Wheeler. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Wheeler, a gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
And again, it's Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15.
We make up 25% of the world's trading capacity of the economy. We need to be aligned with the other democracies, whether 25% or more, so that we can set the rules of the road instead of having China and others dictate outcomes because they are the only game in town. And so, but what I'm insisting on, and what I've been asked by world leaders,
yards on the play, first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he's just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wheeler over the middle to Beckham. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. 11 yards there, first down. On the ground, it's Chubb fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They run it again with Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Looking to throw. Wheeler. Open man, Handler, that's complete. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On 4th down, Wheeler. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Second and 11 at the 43-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11 now. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Myles Garrett. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Burrow's pass intended for T. Higgins.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And I think it's safe to say we know who the game ball is. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Wheeler. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
The 41-yard line.
On the carry, it's Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 29. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Chubb. Room here to run. take this one in for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, 29 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard of return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. London set to take over on offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. He's talking your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the football, and that's
why I bring the issue to the end of the argument, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't want to do that in the NFL. These guys do it, and we just put them through it now. In certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Chubb. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And Brandon, they went to the nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. As great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team obviously imposed its will on the other and broken it. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and it will come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take in the next one?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before the rush.
He's taken down. Miles Garrett. My goodness, man. Now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And a fair catch call for him made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. London about set to take over on offense. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Wheeler. The pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got his toes at Samuel. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now we'll get whistles, and they'll signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Off play action. Wheeler. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, what a second half the adjustment. Whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just